Okay, moving to the next. So, you do preach worse than a parson, said the ironmaster, because he was not able to oppose his daughter. So he said, you are just giving a lecture like a parson. I only hope you won't have to regret this. Just keep in mind, you should not feel sorry for that. The young girl took the stranger by the hand and took him to the table, because now she understood that the father was not able to oppose him now he sat down and ate, he said, for she could see her father had given in. Given in means surrendered. Now he's just surrendered. The man with the red trap said not a word. He only sat down and helped himself to the food. Time and time he looked at the young girl because he still was surprised. Who had interceded for him, has come in between, has talked to her father about me. What had she done? Why had she done it? What could be the crazy idea? Why she was doing this for me only? After that, the Christmas Eve at Ramzo passed just as it always had. The stranger did not cause any trouble because it did nothing but sleep. He was so tired, he was just sleep and sleep and sleep. The whole afternoon he lay on the sofa in one of the guest rooms and slept at one stretch. He had a long sleep. At noon, they woke him up so that he could have the share of the good Christmas fare. He should be able to eat something. But after that, after having the lunch, he slept again. He went to the room and slept. It seemed as though for many years he had not been able to sleep as quietly and safely as here at Ramzo. It seems to be that he has not slept for so many days. He was so restless, he was so tired. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again. He was again woken up and he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking. He was just blinking the eyes as though the candlelight had hurt him, but after that he disappeared again. 2 hours later, he was aroused once more, and then he had to go down into the dining room and eat the Christmas fish and porridge, the special dishes made for the Christmas celebration. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around to each one present and said thank you and good night. As a gesture, he went to each one, thanks for their company, and said good night. But when he came to the young girl, when he came near Adela, she gave him to understand. She just gave a sign, expression you can say, to understand that it was her father's intention that the suit which he wore was to be a Christmas present, that he need not to return it. The suit he was wearing, he can keep it as a Christmas present and need not to return it. And if he wanted to spend the next Christmas Eve in the place where he could rest in peace, because this is the only place where he was resting in peace since last night, so where he could rest in peace and be sure that no evil would come befall him. He would be welcomed back again. That means if he wants, he can come here the next year also. The man with the rat traps did not answer anything to this. He didn't respond to it. He only stared the young girl in boundless amazement. He was so surprised, endlessly surprised he was, he couldn't speak. The next morning, the iron master and his daughter got up in good season to go to the early Christmas service. Now they were to go to the church for Christmas services. So uh, their guest was still asleep. He was still sleeping, and they did not disturb him. When at about 10 o'clock, they drove back from the church. But when they were coming back at around 10 o'clock in the morning, the young girl sat and hung her head even more dejected. She was appearing very sad, very dejected, very annoyed, you can say, to herself and all that, with such expression, dejectedly than usual, because at church she had learnt that one of the old crofter of the iron mills, one of their old man, had been robbed by a man who went around selling rat trap. Now she has come to know that this rat trap seller is a thief. Yes, that was a fine fellow you let into the house. The father was making fun of the daughter now. You asked me to let the man live at the home, said father. I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time. I was just thinking how many things he has stolen from the house. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front step when the ironmaster asked the valet. The car just stopped in front of the house. The man asked the servant whether the stranger was still there, whether this guest was there or he has gone. He added that he had heard and told it that they have come to know at the church that the man was a thief. The valet answered. The servant responded that the fellow had gone and that he had not taken anything with him at all. He had gone empty handed, and on the contrary, reverse to that, he had left behind a little package which Miss Abby Wilson was to be kind enough to accept as a Christmas present. He has given the ma'am a gift as a Christmas present. The girl opened the package, which was so badly done up because he was illiterate man. He didn't know how to pack a gift, so it was badly done. So the content came into the view at once. She gave a little cry of joy. She just shouted with happiness. She found a small rat trap, a sample one, and in it lay wrinkled 10 kroner notes. But that was not all. What was there? Or in the rat trap lay also a letter written in a large, jagged zigzag in a haphazard characters. What was the content of the letter? Honored and noble Miss, since you have been so nice to me all the day long, as if I was a captain. When you came to know the reality that I am not a captain, still you gave me the same honor, same regard, same respect, as if I was a real captain. I want to be nice to you in return. Now it's my time to be good to you as if I was a real captain. I don't want you to be embarrassed at this Christmas season by a thief. I don't want that you should feel embarrassed, insulted because of me on this Christmas, but you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bait for poor wanderer. It is just he has left this money in the window so that the wanderer may be attracted towards it. The rat trap is a Christmas present, and this rat trap I am giving it to you as a present from a rat, feeling myself to be a rat who would have been caught in the world rat trap if he had been not been raised to the captain, if he was not met with a girl like you who has raised him to the level of a real captain. He must have been caught in the world rat trap, because in that way he got power to clean himself. He only got the power, the strength to accept the reality, to accept the truth in front of you that I have stolen the money. I was able to cleanse my soul, and now I am able to make a new way for myself. Written with friendship and high regard, Captain Van Stay. Now the question rises, why he has signed the letter as captain? He is not a captain at all. He was just a poor vagabond, a rat trap paddler, a tramp, an intruder, you can say. There are so many names given to that, ragamuffin and all that. But still, he signed the letter as Captain Bonstale. Why? Because his soul has been raised to the level of a captain. He has been given the regard as if he was a real captain. So now he has got that strength. He is to show himself in return to be a real captain, and what the duty of the captain is not to be not anybody to be felt embarrassed because of him. So now he was able to walk on a new way. Now he was able to accept his fault, and he returned the money to its rightful honor, and it's all because of the friendly, because of the human treatment given by the girl Adela Wimbledon. That's all. Thank you.